Hi, thanks for joining me in my studio today for another Made by Alex McQuade video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at different types of wool, and we're also going to look at different types of needles and what to use when. So today's project is going to look at layering techniques with needle felt, and our inspiration for this project is the kiwi. So I'm starting the kiwi by using core wool. Core wool is great because it's heavily textured, really coarse and felts quickly and easily. It creates a great base for needle felting three-dimensionally. So here I've pinched it into a ball and I'm letting the 36 triangular needle do the work. A great all-round needle. You can roll it in your hand and that also helps the needle felting process. Here I'm comparing merino wool with the core wool. So the merino wool is a lot softer, lighter, it's silkier to the touch. So it can needle felt, but it's a lot harder to create three-dimensional shapes with merino wool. This is Scandinavian carded bats. Now I'm showing you the two colours here because it's the same colour from one supplier purchased at different times. So there's quite a big variation there. So if you're doing a big project, make sure you buy enough in one batch. So again, the 36 triangular needle is doing the work really nicely with this wool. Just a quick note on wools, because I have so much, I found for the supplier that I like the most and the texture of wool that I like the most, I bought their sample book. So this lists all the different wools and their different colours. And what I've done is when I found new suppliers that I like the wool, I've added my own to this book. So I've got a nice quick reference for when I need to order more and I don't have to go through all the wools, looking at the labels and working out what it is I need. So I'm taking advantage of the two colours and wrapping layer at a time. I'm using some blue paint here to mark the top of the 36 triangular needle so I can keep track of the needles. So this is the 38 star needle. It has 4 sides to it, so it speeds up the needle felting process even more. It's another great needle. This is a wooden needle holder. Now some people really enjoy the needle holders. Personally, I prefer to just hold the needle because I feel like I'm holding it slightly closer to the work and I have a little bit more control. You can also get a 3 needle holder. Again, this is great if you've got a large three-dimensional piece and you want to speed up the felting process. You can pop your own needles into the needle holder. Again, I'm marking the tops of the 38 star needles so that I don't lose track of which needles are which. A nice quick reference. So personally, I like to hold 2 needles together when I want to speed up the felting process. Again, rolling the wool in your hands is great because it helps to smooth off any lumps and bumps. Now this is a Bergschaf wool. So again, it's lovely and coarse and textured as you can see. And I'm adding a layer of this to add interest to our kiwi. So again, going back to just the 36 triangular needle, just to see how that works on this wool. And again, it's needle felting really quickly and easily. It really is the best starter needle. And going back to my 2 38 stars just to speed up the process. I'm now trying a 5 needle holder, and this is great again for really fast needle felting. However, I think it works better on flat needle felting, So if I'm creating a flat piece to maybe make creatures' ears, it works really well. But for 3-dimensional pieces, I'm not so keen. Here I'm rolling it in my hands and adding a little bit of pressure to create that kiwi shape. And again, back to the 2 needles. And here you can see that I'm getting some needle holes. It's quite textured. So what we can do to help with that is we can go up to a finer needle. So here I've got some 40 triangular needles. And these help to avoid such significant needle holes. So now I'm going to try some merino wool as our top layer for our kiwi. So it's silky smooth and fine. I'm just going to layer it on. So because I'm using such a fine wool here, I thought I'd start off with a very fine needle, so the 40 triangular. And I'm just working in layers, adding it, finding my way really as I go with this. Gradually putting more and more on, and it's felting in really nice and smoothly. So I'm just going to try now going up to my 36 triangular needle just to see if that speeds up the felting process. So it speeds it up, although I am getting more significant needle marks. A little bit of white wool got caught there, so I just use the tip of the needle just to pull it out. Again, back to that fine needle. Working my way up and down the shape. Spending some time here. It wasn't a quick process trying to felt in this merino wool. But as I roll it in my hands, it starts to smooth it off a little bit more. So I spent quite some time working on this shape and felting in the wool. Again, just for my reference, I've marked the top of this needle, the 40 triangular, the finer needle, in a green paint. So now I'm happy that I felted in that merino wool enough. Now let's have a look what's going on inside as I carefully cut it open. This was a very exciting moment, I have to say. I was really, really chuffed with how it came out. So now I've decided to add a few fine details. So this first little dot that I'm doing, I've done it with the Bergschaf wool, so quite a heavily textured wool. And I just use the very tip of the needle to work the wool in. So I do little turns, and then when I've got so far, I cut off the excess and then just carry on felting in that wool. Now I'm adding some green detail to the kiwi. Again, I'm using the Bergschaf wool, but a nice fine needle, and just working that in really carefully. I put too much on and then just cut the excess. And then carry on with the needle. So one last needle that I'd like to show you is the reverse needle. So what the reverse needle does is it pulls the fibres outwards. So for us in this case, we can create a nice textured finish on the outside of the kiwi. So I'm working really carefully with this reverse needle just to fluff up the outside. So this can be great if you're also creating texture for creatures' fur. So I've pulled out quite a bit there, and then I like to take the scissors and then just trim off any excess, and you've just got a really nice textured finish for our kiwi. Okay, and there's our project for today. I will spend some time finishing the kiwi with lots of details, and then I'll pop it onto my socials. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it and learnt something new. If you do make a kiwi, please send me a photo. I would love to see them. And if you could like and subscribe to the channel, that would be much appreciated. I'd like to show you more needle felt techniques and how to add mixed media elements to your needle felts. But for now, thanks for watching another Made by Alex McQuade video.